Boredom is the drug you need to avoid. Because that's where people start making bad choices. Typically, they don't become a drug addict. They become a consumer of garbage.
Right.
They waste time. They consume excuses. You know, so that happened here. I see that here a lot.
Okay, in this city?
In this country.
Oh, in this country, okay.
Yeah.
What was the rock bottom that got you into that rehab?
My mom, but it wasn't the drugs. It wasn't. I was beat up. I had 70 stitches put in my head and face with a guy pistol whipped me.
Why was that happening? Because you talked about that incident before. Blood
Because
all over the room.
I told another dude, this guy said something to me, and I said something to him, and he sent a boy, you know, to teach me a lesson. So,
Louisiana style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, with a gun and
Yeah. Because
okay, you still got scars from that.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Totally. Here above both of my eyes, underneath the eyes, over my mouth, and you know, they wanted to disfigure me. Just imagine how handsome I would have been just without that.
Did that event help you?
No. That just beat up the self-esteem even more.
Okay.
It degraded me another level, because now, like, you can't even stand up for yourself, dude. You won't even fight back, which I did, but that just, you know, the guy was a lot bigger than me. So now I'm in a space where there's criminals and gangsters and real physical harm. I don't know how to get out of this space, and I don't know how to play by those rules, because I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that will beat up somebody. You know, I'll do what I can to protect myself, but I won't play that level. So now I'm in a terrible place, because I can't win in this space. So I'm 23. I'm in the hospital. I'm gonna quit drugs now. I was doing drugs before the day was over. I couldn't stop, man.
Yeah.
So 2 years would go by. I continued my behavior. You would think this would be the one, right? And my mom, you know, my mom had this little business going on. She was trying to run this little business, and I walked in. I was all sloppy, loaded, and she's like, "I'm done. Don't come here anymore. You're not welcomed here anymore. This might be the last time we see each other." And I was in a treatment center 30 days later. Yeah.
It's the most powerful things, relationships, right?
Yeah, man.
Get
Tough
you to do
love, man.
something,
My mom
yeah.
said, "Hey, I'm
And
done."
that was it. She had enough
She
of your
meant it, too.
nonsense. Okay, and you knew she meant it. So
Look, I was disgusted. I needed something. I
Yeah.
needed one more thing to just, like, okay, one way or the other. I was dying. I'd been dying for 9 years. My mom just turned her eye to it. She didn't want to confront it. If you're the mother of a drug addict, you know. You know before he knows.
Yeah, so I'm doing this whole Ironman race, and I came open about my own heroin overdose in 01. So I know what you're talking about, you know, and everyone knows it around you.
Yeah.
And the only thing that made me hit rock bottom was that everyone abandoned me. And I went and saw a bunch of them in New York recently, the first time in 16 years, and I'm like, thank you. Because if you hadn't have told me, they basically say, fuck you, by getting out of your life. And it shows you that it's no longer acceptable. And that's the only thing that would make me do it.
When your drug dealer tells you have a problem, you know?
Yeah, well, that's a problem too. But like, you know, waking up in a hospital almost dead doesn't do it. It's like something else is a trigger. And so rehab did teach you some things.
And dude, I wanted to recover. It's not like I didn't want to do it. I had tried to quit. You know the deal. At least 10 times a day. I quit drugs for 9 years. Today, I'm going to quit. 5 minutes later, I'm using. And then I'd say, okay, I'm going to quit. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to throw it away yet, but I'm done. And then an hour and a half later, dude, I'm doing drugs again. So every day, it's not just the drugs. It's not just what you're doing to your body. It's like the number of times I quit and couldn't quit, right? And then started again. Like, you know, it's just like you start like losing any sense of self-respect.
Right. Yeah. And so how do you get that back? You go to rehab.
I go to rehab.
And they teach you about maybe how to mentally to deal with staying away from the drugs. But
not really, man.
Okay.
I wonder if the treatment centers aren't just, you know, just adding to the problem.
How so?
Well, I mean, I know the intention's good, but most of them today are producing a different kind of drug addict. You know, I'm going in on some, you know, one drug and coming out on phenobarbital. I mean, they gave me drugs while I was there.
Okay.
They said, don't not take these you need this drug.
Right.
You are a drug addict. You will never recover. It is a disease. You have it. You cannot recover from it no matter what. Give up all your ideas. You know the whole inventory thing. You do the inventory and
you told them, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, he's like, man, give up. He's like, you'll never make it. He's like, your chance of making it. I said, oh, really? Why am I going to fail? He's like, and I had 28 days now. I'm like, shit, dude, I just quit using drugs for 28 days. That's really all I needed. Right? I needed to know I could go some period of time without using drugs. So he.
And that was it. No relapse after that.
There's never been a relapse.
That's crazy.
So he said, if you hold on to these ideas of the books and being famous and getting rich and all the stuff that I told him was underneath all this that I'd been covering up, right? You'll never make it. Be satisfied. I can't, it's the echo in my mind of him saying, be satisfied with one thing. Don't use drugs one day at a time. If that's all you get out of life, I'm like, fuck this, dude. That will not be what I'm known for.
Yeah.
And I went to meetings after that, and I kept hearing that. But I kept hearing it from people that didn't recover more than just the drug addiction or the alcoholism. The rest of their life never recovered.
Because they're playing kind of small and safe and scared. Because every day
They're
they
playing
might
with
go...
the just.
Okay.
Just be sober. Just don't use.
Right.
And I don't think I was made to just anything.